Hello everyone, Vortex here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy 1. This is going to be episode number 27, I believe. Last time we made our way through the Mirage Tower, which stands in the middle of the Yonikerm Desert. And we found more of those mechanical contraptions within this dusty old tower, including this one here on the third floor of the Mirage Tower. And this chamber also houses what looks to be a teleport pad. Yeah, these robots are relics of the ancient civilization of the Sky People. And when we talk to this one, it tells us to use the warp cube to travel beyond the sky. It will take you to the flying fortress. So in order to get to the flying fortress, we're going to need to have the warp cube in our possession, and hopefully you have it. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back to the waterfall cavern in order to get it, because you're going to need it in order to proceed from here. So let's go ahead and use our warp cube. We'll just hold on to it as we step onto the teleporter, and we will be transported well up into the sky, above the clouds, onto the very edges of space itself. Welcome to the Flying Fortress, the former home of the Sky People, and now the lair of the Fiend of Wind, Tiamat, who we're going to have to defeat in order to relight the last crystal, the Wind Crystal. There's going to be 5 different floors we're going to have to fight our way through here in the Flying Fortress, and we're going to go through the first 2 floors in today's video. Now this first floor is relatively easy to navigate through. Just like the points of a compass, you can go to the north, to the east, to the south, and to the west. The teleporter to the second floor lies on the northern edge of this room, but we don't want to miss out on all the good treasures, so we're going to go find all the treasures on the west, south, and east sides first. And I guess I'll start off by heading to the west. So let's get started here. You'll probably find yourself fighting lots of Black Knights here on this first floor. They tend to appear in groups of 4 and 5. But you can also find the slightly stronger Death Knight that is accompanied sometimes with a nightmare or 2, in my case 2 nightmares. The Death Knight has no weakness, has 190 HP, so I'm just going to have Cloud and Locke attack it. And we'll just have Lena use her Thor's Hammer. And I guess I'll have Vivi burn up a little MP with the Cura spell. Yeah, Death Knight is pretty weak. I'm actually at level 43, I believe, at this point, so I'm a bit over-leveled for this part of the game. Let's take out this last nightmare and continue onward. There we go. And Vivi wins the battle for us. We get 1,311 experience, 4,400 gil, and a new entry in the bestiary. The Death Knight can be found at number 112 in your bestiary entry list. You'll have to forgive me if I sound a bit congested. I've been fighting a cold the past week or so. I'm actually feeling better today than I've been the last few days, but my voice is still an octave or 2 lower than it normally is. Here's another new monster you can fight, the Spirit Naga. Really simple, very vanilla. We just beat it up with weapons, nothing to it. And we get another entry in our bestiary list. Scroll up here to number 111 to find its entry. Alright, we've made our way to our first chamber, which houses 4 treasures. Let's get busy opening. Treasure chest number 1 contains 7,900 gil. There's 9,900 gil in treasure chest number 2. A measly potion in treasure chest number 3. And lastly, we'll get 4,150 gil. Alright. The more the merrier. Alright, let's go to the south end of the map this time. I got the evil eye there, literally. There was a lone evil eye in that battle. We last fought those way back in the ice cavern, I believe. I believe that was the guardian of the Levistone. They also appear here in the Flying Fortress. Well, I've got a little bit of news to share with you. I recently broke down and finally bought a PSP system after all these years. They were finally cheap enough, I thought, to where I could get them. I know they're on the way out, but I went ahead and got one to go ahead and play a lot of the older games I haven't played yet. And I also got the 20th anniversary edition of Final Fantasy I on PSP, and I've been playing through it, and I've really been enjoying the upgrade in graphics. So I finally made my way to this point of where I'm at here in my LP, to the Flying Fortress in it, and I've got all the same characters except my ninja is named Blank from Final Fantasy IX, and my white wizard is named Luca. I had to keep the names Cloud and Vivi though. For some reason I just had to go with those. But anyway, here's another new enemy, by the way, a Manticore. I don't believe I've fought these yet. You can fight them here, of course, in the Flying Fortress. They have 164 HP. They're pretty simple. Just have to watch out for their poison darts, which will occasionally poison one of your characters or more. So far, so good. It's like the Light Warriors have been nimbly dodging those poison darts, though I don't know how you would do that if that were to really happen in real life. But anyway, we get 987 experience points and a little less than 2,000 gil. And also obtain a tent as a bonus treasure there. The bestiary entry for the Manticore can be found at number 80, so I finally fill out this row, it looks like. So yeah, I've really been enjoying going through the PSP version of Final Fantasy I. Really looking forward to the very extra bonus dungeon that's available at the end of it. I think it's called the Labyrinth of Time. Maybe I can eventually LP that when I get to it. Alright, here's our next treasure chamber. Just a lone treasure chest in here, but it's a fairly good one. We're going to get a razor inside. Guess somebody just got through shaving and decided to dump their razor inside a treasure chest. No, not really. The razor is actually a saber-type sword. Let's see, there it is right there. The razor is actually a saber that casts the Scourge spell when used in battle. That could come in handy when fighting multiple monsters. You can just try to use that to instantly KO them at once. Of course, some monsters are going to be immune to that, but it'll be a nice item to have to use occasionally. Alright, let's make our way to the east side now. Alright, here's yet another new monster you can fight here in the Flying Fortress. Another elemental type monster, the air elemental. It's just like the water elemental, only it's green. A little green spinning cyclone. And it's not too strong. It has 358 HP. Now that my characters are all in the low 40s in level, I think I can take it on pretty easily without much trouble. I'm just going to have Lena use the healing staff. Looks like Vivi's running below 300 on HP there. Oh well. Doesn't look like Lena's going to be able to get that healing magic off in time because the other characters are a little too fast for her. We get 1,275 experience and a little over 4,800 gil for winning that battle. Now 55% complete on the bestiary. There's the air elemental right there at number 110, and its treasure drop is an ether. You know, I just kind of get to thinking a little bit while fighting some of these monsters. You know, the Light Warriors had to have some oxyel to be able to breathe underwater. How come they don't need any special equipment to breathe way up here in space? Or at least this high up into the atmosphere. It would seem that the air would be pretty thin up here. Alright, we found our last batch of treasures here on the first floor in this easternmost chamber. A little more gil there, 180. Treasure chest number 2 contains 5,000 gil. There's a protect ring in this third treasure chest. If you didn't want to wait till this point in the game to get one of these, you can pick one up in here. I just bought all of mine back in Gaia, I believe it was. There's 6,720 gil. And there's a healing helm in that fourth treasure chest. So I've got 2 healing helms and a healing staff in my inventory. So if I want 3 characters to heal per round, I guess I can do so now. Oh, okay, here's yet another new monster, the Earth Medusa. Sometimes will appear in packs, but this one's a lone wolf, I guess. Earth Medusa has only 96 HP, so very weak. It'll try to turn you to stone with its gaze ability, but since Cloud's got that Aegis shield equipped, not going to be a problem. And Locke levels up to level 44. I believe Lena and Vivi did after that last battle I fought, so that just leaves Cloud sitting at level 43 now. Earth Medusa is going to be a new entry in the bestiary at 113 in the list. And their weakness is fire, of course. Alright, let's make our way to the teleporter, which will take us to the second floor. Off to the north we'll go. And Cloud joins the fray. He's now level 44 after that battle with some Black Knights. And you know, I was just going through and looking through my inventory, and I've got my 2 games messed up. As I mentioned, I'm playing the PSP version of Final Fantasy 1, and I know in that game I've got all 4 characters equipped with the Protect Ring, but I forgot that in this old DS playthrough, only Vivi and Lena were equipped with the Protect Ring, so I guess I need to equip Locke with that. I think that would probably be a good idea since it's a ring that guards against instant death, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on him there. And I guess I better check some of his other equipment just to make sure he's in good shape. Okay, good. So I think I'm good to go. Cloud's equipped with the diamond gloves. We should be able to find one more protect ring to put on him. So got my 2 games confused there. Alright, let's head off to the north to the teleporter, which is going to take us to the second floor of the Flying Fortress. And we're going to find lots more treasure on this floor. There's going to be 6 different chambers we can go inside to loot treasure. And we'll just kind of go in a counterclockwise fashion, I guess. Or something like that. Alright, this treasure chest contains a cottage, and the second one contains a mithril helm. Not too useful at this point in the game. You know, on second thought, instead of just going in a counterclockwise type fashion, since the teleporter to the third floor is down on the southern edge of this floor, let's just take this a row at a time. So we'll do this northwest side, then we'll do the northeast next, I guess. Get the treasure chest up here. There we go. There's a lone treasure chest in here. Inside we will find more diamond equipment, diamond gloves. You know, if I had my white wizard named Luca in this playthrough, I could make some sort of silly joke about Luca in the sky with diamonds, but I won't subject you to that since my white wizard's named Lena in this game. Alright, let's go down here to the east to find more treasure. Looks like we've got 2 treasure chests here. This first treasure chest contains more diamond equipment, a diamond shield, and we will find our next ribbon here in this second chest. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, it looks like I'll go ahead and replace Locke's old mithril helm with that ribbon. That will take his evasion up slightly. It will take his defense down, but it does ward off special attacks, so I think that will be useful to put on him there. Alright, halfway through getting treasure on this floor now. 3 more chambers to find. So let's just go off to the west to get our next set. In terms of Final Fantasy games for my new PSP system, I think they're all pretty reasonably priced now. I do want to get Final Fantasy II, the complete edition of Final Fantasy IV. I also want to get the Crisis Core game and the Dissidia game eventually. Hopefully those are all pretty reasonably priced now. Anybody out there played or currently playing those games? How do you like them? I've heard good things about them. The Dissidia and Crisis Core games, that is. There's 880 gil in that chest, and 13,000 gil. Okay, 2 more sets of treasures to get, the southwest and the southeastern edges of the second floor. Plenty of random monster encounters on this floor, isn't there? I've noticed that the random encounter rate's just about the same on the PSP version of Final Fantasy I. And I've also noticed that the text translation's almost identical to the GBA version here. By the way, Lena and Vivi are now level 45 after that battle. And what have we here? Is that a porcupine? Or is that a crystal sticking up out of the ground? Let's investigate. Well, actually, inside here you're going to find the legendary adamantite. I seem to remember a smith who lives in the Dwarven colony at Mount Duragar who was looking for some of that to craft a legendary sword. So, we couldn't find any though, but now that we have adamantite in our possession, it's a legendary metal of renowned strength. We'll just have to take that back to Mount Duragar to get a legendary sword forged. Awesome. Locke is now level 45 after that battle with an air elemental and a spirit naga. And here on the southeastern corner of the second floor, we'll find our last 2 treasure chests of the floor, and they're both good. The first one contains a black robe. What do you think the second one contains? Well, if you said white robe, you were correct. And those are actually 2 very good items. Now, the black robe is a robe that will cast the Blazara spell when used in battle, and the white robe will cast the Invisora spell when used in battle. So I think I'll just hold those in my inventory there and be prepared to use them as necessary in battle. So finally we get an item that will cast some ice-based magic. Alright, well let's just zoom on back around here and then go down to the south. And just below here we'll find the teleporter, which will take us to the 3rd floor of the Flying Fortress. And we'll do that in our next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy I. We'll also explore the 4th and the 5th floor of this fortress. We'll fight more new monsters, including a very rare mechanical beast that was built for war. And then we'll finally square off with the ferocious Fiend of Wind, Tiamat. That's all upcoming in our next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy I. So thank you very much for watching today's video, everyone. Hope you found it helpful and enjoyable. This has been Vortex, your host. Hey, have a great day, everyone. We'll see you again next time.